You know, there's something I haven't been able to figure out. How can you be moving around and working? I'm talking about you're moving. Everything's moving fine. Everything's good. You sit down and take a break for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and you get up and you can't hardly move. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and welcome to the channel. Yeah, that's the part of getting older that I have not been able to figure out at all. They say, you need to keep moving, because if you don't keep moving, that's when things going to go south. Things going to get bad for you. But I've been moving. I just sat down. Now I can't hardly get up. My knees are popping. I got a stiff neck. It takes me stumbling and walking around for 2 or 3 minutes to get my legs to moving like they should again. I'm like, what is going on with this? My daddy told me when I was in my 30s, I was around him, and I said something about, hurting a little bit and all this. He said, well, it don't get no better, son. I said, well, appreciate that encouragement there, Dad. Well, back about a year or so ago, I was having some real problems. My knees and stuff hurting. And I said, Daddy, you remember when you said to me a few years ago about, it wasn't going to get no better when I was in my 30s? He said, it still don't get no better, son. If anything, it gets worse. More encouragement. But it's the truth. I mean, it's a thing that we have to deal with when we age. I went to the doctor back in February and had some blood work done. I said, hey, will you just check me for arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis? I said, because the way I hurt all the time, and especially in cold weather and stuff, I said, I'm just kind of concerned. Well, all that came back good. Just regular old wear and tear and arthritis on the body from hard work and aging, just part of the process. And you have to deal with it. And I've tried the herbs. I've tried everything under the sun. I've tried the fish oils. I've tried the turmeric. I've tried the green teas. I've tried the apple cider vinegars. And then they say, you can only take so much over-the-counter stuff, because then that'll get your liver and your heart and your kidneys and all that kind of stuff. So you have to be careful in taking all that kind of stuff, because that's not good for you. You're like, my goodness, what do you do? Well, you change your diet. Well, I changed my diet, cut this out, added this, done that. No change. Everything's still the same. So you just learn to cope with it. And sometimes when I've just had enough, I'm going to the cabinet. I'm gonna grab the painkiller and I'm gonna take some, because I want a good day that day. I just don't want to have to deal with it. Because my 17-year-old mind, 18-year-old mind sometimes, well, I feel good today, I can do that. So I jump in there with both feet and I do something, and oh yeah, accomplished it. I did it. I get up the next day and I'm still doing it. I'm hurting in places I forgot I had. And I'm like, my word. It takes me 2 or 3 days to get over it. Maybe sometimes a week to bounce back. But your mind's telling you, yeah, you can. And your body said, no, you can't. And then you get to feeling better. You forget how it affects you. Then you do it all over again. But you know what? You got to live. You can't quit. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing through the pains. And I've learned to slow down. I've learned that it's okay to rest. I got to take those times of rest and recoup. And then just keep moving. And then expect when you sit down for 15 minutes to lock up. You can't get up. Well, anyway. That's just my thing for today. I guess you call this a 50s rant. I don't know what you call it. That's the playlist. I'm going to put it in anyway. But maybe interviewing the struggles of getting older. Y'all have a good day. Hit that like, subscribe, that bell notification button. If you like this old guy rambling, and that way you know when I post new videos, go out there and do something good for somebody today. Maybe try to pick something that's not so hard on the old body. Have a great day.